Hi guys, welcome to the weekly recap, and I'll tell you what, I'm going back to the original roots of the weekly recap, namely where I just sit in the car and I answer your question, give you important news, maybe mention some links on YouTube, um, hopefully to videos that I make. And the reason I'm doing it, I made several segments for this week's recap. One flying a drone in Riverside Park, a visit to Dollar Tree, a fashion tip, and something. Oh, a comparison of parks between the Bronx and Vero Beach. And the reality is they stunk. So I decided keep it simple, go back to something that works and that evidently I've got a huge audience for. So that's what we're going to do. Uh, and let me go to the Vero Beach News. We drove down last weekend, and the drive on Saturday was awful. And the reason was that we had rain through Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, and I would guess that that added 2 hours to the drive. We ended up staying overnight in Wattlesburg, Georgia, Wattlesburg, South Carolina. And quite frankly, we were exhausted. We split the driving, and it was just, it was a rough day. Now, Sunday, only about 4 or 5 hours to get down to Vero Beach, and it was a sunny day. The road was dry. It was not a bad trip. Now, down here in Florida, the Eagles are still operating on the same format they were before we left. And I should mention, while I'm talking about the Eagles, that they'll be closed to the public Sunday afternoon. They're having some kind of a memorial or something like that for some old lady who died. That was a longtime member of the Eagles. So if you're planning on going and visiting the Eagles, skip Sunday. It's just not going to be open. Uh, as far as churches working down here, I don't know. We would try driving on Sunday, so we didn't go to church. Uh, up in the Bronx, the church requires that you wear a mask inside. Uh, Vero, they haven't required it, but the church has a thing on their website where they strongly recommend it. So I don't know if I go in there on Sunday and I don't have a mask. I don't know if I'm going to feel like a jerk or just what. So it could be that you got to wear a mask. Uh, I got an email from the VA, and what the email said was that because of problems with the post office, they recommend, and I get my medication by mail, by the way. Because of problems with the post office, they recommend that you put in your renewal for a prescription as soon as you receive the current batch of this stuff. And the reason I mention it is this: that if you're getting your prescriptions, your medication by mail, you may want to take the VA's advice and order your renewals way in advance. I don't, as you may know, I don't follow the news particularly closely. I know that there's something going on with the post office, but I really don't know what it is. But I think when it comes to medication, you really want to get it right. I think. Let's see. In other news, um, the Mets had two games canceled, Thursday and Friday with the Marlins, and it's because one player and one staff member have COVID-19. I don't know if they're sick or they just tested positive or just what. But the upshot of that is that they canceled those two games, and they haven't revealed the names of these individuals. Uh, the question becomes whether the Subway Series with the Yankees will be played this weekend. And here on Friday morning, they haven't yet made any announcement one way or the other. I don't know what they're going to do. My guess is that those games are going to be canceled. My guess is that the Yankees won't have additional games scheduled to replace them. Uh, and I don't know where. I really don't have a clue as to where this is going. I mean, this baseball season, in my judgment, is totally screwed up. I really don't like the cutouts in the stands. I don't like the fake crowd noise. I know why they do it. It's to keep uh, the opposing team, from overhearing what the other team is talking about. Uh, but I don't care for it. And these games being canceled, and whether they're going to make them up and how it's going to work, it's it's, to me, just totally goofy. Now, on the plus side, the Girl Scouts have announced that they're going to have a brand new flavor cookie for the 2021 Girl Scout cookie campaign. The campaign kicks off in January of 2021, and the new flavor is a thing called Toast Yay. And what it is it's a cookie that is inspired by French toast. Uh, could be interesting. It's supposed to be very, very thin. It's going to have icing on it. I don't know if it's going to be better than my favorite, the Girl Scout cookie Thin Mints. But we'll find out in come January. And I wanted to bring it to your attention because if you uh, like to buy Girl Scout cookies, which I do, uh, you might want to have in mind that they got this new flavor. And once again, this year's Girl Scout cookie campaign is going to be completely virtual. Uh, they're not going to be going door to door. Evidently, they're not going to be stopping outside of, setting up little stands outside of grocery stores. So you're going to do it online, and I don't know how else they're going to do it. Uh, so anyway, that kind of is all the news that I've got, all the important news. And well, now the guys are mowing the lawn behind me, so I'm going to knock this off. Hope you all have a very nice weekend. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do individual features. So they're going to be more videos, that are a single subject that I'll be putting on the Weekly Recap channel. Although I won't call them the Weekly Recap. The Weekly Recap is going to be Fridays sitting in a car. And the reason for sitting in the car is you get great sound. And send your questions. This will be the program where I answer your questions, address your comments, and oh boy, there they come. So anyway, everybody, have a nice weekend, have a nice week, and check back in next Friday for more news. Take care.